Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. This is episode 7. Last time we finished chapters 6 and 7 of the game. However, we find ourselves just before the point of no return because there was some optional stuff that we chose to. I was like, they're like, this is the point of no return. Do you want to do some stuff? And I was like, I selected, we'll just go ahead. But there were some things that I needed to do. So I went back and did more mission grinding because there are an insane amount of missions in this game to do some leftover optional things. Building the flower carts for Aerith. There is a couple more that you can do, as well as unlocking a couple of shops. So I didn't want to miss out on that stuff. So we did it, and now we can proceed. So we're going to talk to Kunzel.
So,
we're going to wait for Sephiroth, and then we're going to move into chapter 8.
Before you know it. I'll see you around.
Yeah, see ya.
It's time. Now we've already done this cutscene because this is how we
having a little trouble.
This is how we end chapter 7. We did this last episode, so we're just gonna skip over this one and just move right in to chapter 8. It's time to leave Midgar. So as you can see, we cleared chapter 7 when I last played, and I've played for a couple more hours of mission grinding, and we can now proceed.
So, how does it feel to be home after all this time? I have no hometown. I wouldn't know.
What about family?
My mother's name is Genova. She died shortly after I was born. My father... Why am I talking about this? Come on, let's go.
I literally cannot help but have the cheesiest grin on my face.
Sephiroth's mother's name is... Genova?
It's like impossible for me to be at this point and not just have the biggest smile on my face right now, because the way that this just launches you into Nibelheim just so casually as well. Like there isn't even just like a fancy cutscene at the start. It just does that exact same angle of Cloud recounting the story of like the events of his past. This is where we're currently at. So everything that we just experienced in Crisis Core leading up to this moment was brand new. That was all put into this game. None of that was mentioned in original Final Fantasy VII at all. That was all new. What is, now happening at this point in the game is this is the story. This is the prequel story of Final Fantasy VII. In the original game, shortly after you leave Midgar, and this is where we're expecting the second part of the remake to begin, Cloud is in Calm with the group, and he tells the story of his past. And this is that moment, that exact moment when it starts. However, obviously, we're playing Crisis Core, so we know that the person that arrives to this town with the Buster Sword, Soldier First Class Zack, is the guy that's here right now. And we are well aware that Cloud is one of these guys wearing a helmet. He didn't make it to Soldier. So the interesting thing for people at this point that haven't played the original Final Fantasy VII, and why haven't you, is they're going to be like, well, that doesn't make sense, does it? Cloud's not a very good storyteller. He's retelling the story, putting himself in the shoes of the main character. Why is he doing that? Why is there no mention of this handsome lad, Why is there no mention of this guy in Cloud's story? How does Cloud have the Buster Sword? Why is this guy swinging it around? Who was the guy before that had the Buster Sword swinging it around, you know? That is the interesting thing with Crisis Core, is if you've played the original and you've played everything as it's released, you know what's going on, you know what's happening. But it's very interesting as we live in a world where people have not played the original Final Fantasy VII and are reluctant to, and yet they're so desperate to understand the story of Final Fantasy VII. And that's the funny part. So they're like, can I play this game? Can I play the remake? Will this spoil this? Will this spoil that? And it's like, just play the original. It's so accessible. It's so available. And the remastered version just comes with ways to just make the experience so much easier if you can't handle turn-based combat, you know? Just experience the story. That's all I ask of you, you know? But it is funny when there are people that are just like, can I play this without spoilers? And I'm like, no, literally impossible. The game is a spoiler in itself, you know? But this is where it gets spicy. This is where it gets interesting. This is the part that everybody who picks up Crisis Core is waiting for. They're waiting for a remastered, beautifully put together rendition of the events of Nibelheim, Cloud's past. But the truth, the true events, because Cloud's story was a little bit murky, wasn't it? And I'm just so excited to be here in the Crisis Core reunion version, because this is the first time that we're seeing newly modeled environments. And I spoke about this previously when we were in Junon Harbor, that it's like they've redone the environments and they all look like they've got the Final Fantasy VII remake aesthetic to it. That's the best part, is we're getting sort of like a sneak peek into what these environments are going to look like in Rebirth, which is magical. It's a treat. It quite literally is a treat. Like, while this game, even if it doesn't end up having any teasers or ties to the remake saga, which I feel it has to, but even if it doesn't, what we're being treated to is definitely a Rebirth sneak peek, in the way that it's like, look at these environments, look at how they're put together. We're seeing future monsters, characters, locations that we will be seeing in the story of the remake, and I think that's the best part. I cannot wait to see how Rebirth is going to start, if it's just going to chuck us into this and it'll be Cloud telling his story, or whether we'll see a little bit more. Because right now, as it stands with Final Fantasy VII Remake, the DLC that came out, Intermission, where you play as Yuffie, the way that ends is Cloud and the gang hitching a lift and getting dropped off just outside of Calm. So we know that they have made that journey to Calm. So either we're going to have them sitting down and they'll go, Cloud, tell us a story, or it'll just chuck you right in and throw you for a loop. And that's the exciting part, is we're so close, yet so far from those answers, and I can't wait. But this is it. Let's stop talking now, guys. Stop talking, okay? You're talking too much. Let's play Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion, okay?
You'll get in trouble for snooping around.
Oh look, and there's Cloud. Cloud, why are you a random junior soldier and you're not the guy with the sword, huh?
You'll get in trouble for snooping around.
Want to do what we always do?
Watch duty's just so boring.
You want to practice the usual?
You want to practice?
Practice? Oh, you mean posing. Soldier always has to be mindful of their public image, right? How was it? Like this?
You're getting good.
You know, I don't really want to join Soldier.
Best part about it is like the dialogue that we're seeing when Zack's talking to Sephiroth, like your family, talking to these soldiers. The dialogue is like word for word, beat for beat, what it says in the original Final Fantasy VII. And it's so good because it's like almost like surreal to be experiencing it outside of the original Final Fantasy VII graphics. You're like, oh, it's the fully realized version of the events of Nibelheim, and it's amazing.
You guys came to investigate this town, right? There's a lot of strange things you can find in this town. We like to call them the town's 7 wonders. Are you guys interested at all?
Absolutely.
If you're interested, look into it. Are they actually wonders, or are they hoaxes? The first wonder is, lately, The town's drinking water has sometimes been coming out red. Could it be blood?
Blood?
Ooh, scary. That can't be right. Can it? If you learn the truth about this wonder, please tell me.
Alright, so we've got to learn the truth of the 7 wonders, and this is not in the original game. This is additional content.
Are you soldier people?
Who's this? Who's this? It's just so casual.
Yeah, Zach, of Soldier. First class, mind you. What?
Are there a lot of you? First classes?
We're a select few.
Only 2 of you this time?
Yeah, me and Sephiroth.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Anime size intensify.
that was odd.
Tifa best girl. Tifa best girl. She just casually just drops in. God, I forgot about that. She just casually just drops in. Because normally she's not introduced till later. She just drops in. She's like, anyone else here? Anyone else here?
We welcome the Shinra Army.
We welcome the Shinra Army. Let's check this drinking water.
There's a red materia here. Did the color seep out of it? Is that even possible?
Phoenix materia obtained, baby. Phoenix has been added to the DMW. A new limit break has been unlocked. Rebirth Flame.
Huh? A materia in the water supply? Aw, that's not very exciting. Oh well. But listen, this next wonder has to be real. I'm getting goosebumps all over just thinking about it. Before I tell you,
Have you seen the painting of the girl on the 2nd floor of the inn? Not yet, but this sounds interesting.
well, can you go take a look? 2nd floor of the inn, hanging on the wall opposite the bed.
My favorite part about this is like the 7 wonders of Nibelheim, and it's like this kid checking it out with mysteries. It's such a Kingdom Hearts 2 moment. It's really interesting because this game came out after Kingdom Hearts 2. It just feels like that childhood town, kids with nothing to do being like, oh, let's solve these mysteries, and I kind of love it. The Wonders of Twilight Town was a thing as well, which is kind of funny. Now, I think that we can, before we head off and do things, we can at least talk to Sephiroth and just say we're not ready to turn in yet, because we have to go in here.
We depart for the reactor at dawn. Retire early today. We only need 1 on watch. Get some rest, men. Ah, that's right. Go visit friends and family, if you wish.
Nibelheim.
There's only one section missing from the original Final Fantasy VII here in the intro that I wish was included, and that was it shows them on the truck heading to Nibelheim, and they're talking about like killing monsters, and Cloud's talking about getting fancy new materia, in Cloud's version of events anyway. And then you get into a fight with a monster, and it's Cloud being like trash, like totally shit in comparison to Sephiroth. And you have Sephiroth in your party all of a sudden, and it's just like, whoa, what the hell? And he just absolutely decimates this monster, and the monster most likely kills Cloud, and it's like you just see that, and then you walk into Nibelheim. But I always loved that moment because it's like just this thing where you have like such a build-up in the original game of Sephiroth this, Sephiroth that. He's like this amazing hero, and you never see him, you only ever hear about him, and then all of a sudden they're like, let's talk about it, let's tell the story. And he's just this monster. of a person. This force to be reckoned with, and you just see him with this giant sword just taking down a dragon like it's nothing, and you go, oh shit. You start experiencing the legend of Sephiroth as Cloud tells it, and that's my favorite part about the original game that I feel that we are going to, and we have lost in the remake, because the remake is going a different path, and that's okay. It's a tough pill to swallow, but we just have to accept it. The way that Final Fantasy VII Original handles Sephiroth's introduction and how sparingly they use him in terms of his appearances is very effective. I think that a lot of people, and I think even the developers, have likened it to Jaws, where it's like a Jaws moment, and just like they use him sparingly. But because Sephiroth has been so overexposed in media nowadays, and he's such a popular character, you can't really have that same effect anymore, because everybody's aware of him as a character and what he can do and all that kind of stuff. But that effect is still completely there in the original, and it's so good, so good, that it takes so long for him to even be shown. And there are other things that will start to pop up that we'll probably see in the remake as well. And I'm very curious how they'll handle it, because in Final Fantasy VII Remake, we've fought Sephiroth, and it's very interesting in that sense, is like when we get into exploring the world of Final Fantasy VII and get on the world map, are we still going to have these impressive stories and displays of, oh wow, this is how powerful Sephiroth is? Because we're already kind of aware of it by the end of the remake. So it'll be very interesting to see how they decide to do it, and how Sephiroth's power will be shown on screen. I'm sure it'll be something special. But there is just such a way that Sephiroth is handled in the original game that I will forever cherish,
Why is your helmet still on?
Yeah, man, since we've met you've just kept your helmet off and been breaking regulation. Why is it on now, huh? Are you ashamed of your family or something?
It's personal.
It's personal.
What a weirdo.
It's personal. Now I don't want to show my face.
Getting nervous.
Why?
You never know when monsters will appear, right?
Nervous? I'm excited.
Oh, that's right. Don't miss your chance to be a hero.
I heard that the hero Sephiroth was coming, so I've been waiting here all day with my camera. I want to take a picture of Sephiroth fighting a monster.
I want to take a picture of Sephiroth fighting a monster. Take a picture of me, then. He's like, who the hell are you, boy?
I have no interest in taking pictures of minor figures. I heard that I want...
Stay inside. It's dangerous.
I'm going to miss the decisive moment.
All right, so we can retire early tonight. We can go in there, but we're going to explore a little bit.
I don't really want to join Soldier.
Let's go to the outskirts of Nibelheim. This is another thing, is I don't really remember how Nibelheim is represented in this game, because it's a very small location in the original. It's like one map, the Shinra Mansion, and Mount Nibel, and that's it. Mount Nibel's huge, mind you, but it's only those three main locations, so it's cool to see some expanded zones here, and I wonder how they're going to handle it in the remake. It's definitely going to be structured differently, I think, and it'll be more seamless. There won't be like these loading zones, because as we know, this is a PSP game, so they use PSP zone transfers to not be like too demanding. But the remake will definitely just be a full seamless town to walk through and explore, and that's the part that's going to really excite me. Is it's going to look like this, but it'll be structured differently. That's going to be the cool thing. Something you actually tend to notice more is Crisis Core environments are almost one-to-one with the original game. Like when you're walking through the Shinra building and you're on the 68th floor and you're walking through the prison cells and the experiment room, all of that is exactly the same as the original, just with a brand new coat of paint, and it looks amazing to walk through those environments exactly as you remember it from pre-rendered backgrounds to actually being able to move the camera around. But the remake does it differently in that the remake expands on the environments, and there are familiar settings that you'll be like, oh, this is this area and this is this area, but it's just so much bigger and more realized. Like the amount of effort and detail in the remake still kind of blows me away. So that's going to be kind of the visual and art direction discrepancies that we'll see between this game and the remake, is we're seeing it visually look similar, but structurally different. And I just want to know now. I want to know what it looks like.
There's a fork in the mountain trail, and one path leads to a dead end where a strange bomb appears.
Interesting. Just need remake part 2 right now. Right now. Chocobo sign. Alright, fork in the road and a strange bomb will appear. So this is the Mount Nibel trail. I don't remember any of them. There's the reactor. I'm actually like a little bit surprised I can go here. I thought this would have been blocked off because I don't remember this section of the game in Crisis Core at all. I remember the story and the broad strokes of everything, obviously, because this is an unforgettable part of the game and this in terms of a story, but I don't remember the locations or the finer details in Crisis Core specifically. This is the part that I'm like super curious about, actually, because I don't remember any of this, which is great. Alright, we've got the Phoenix Materia. There we go. What are you doing here, kids?
I made it all the way here without running into a single monster. But now I have to go home. So maybe I'll tell you the rumor about the Wonder Bomb.
Ooh, another one of the wonders, eh? Tell me.
If you can stop all of them from exploding, they say you get something very nice.
Blizzard Blade, baby, that's all we need.
I came all this way to find the Wonder Bomb, but I'm done. But still, I got some valuable info. What you do is hit the ones that are about to explode.
My dad's always telling me that I can't come here without a grown-up. But we're talking about one of the 7 wonders. I had to come here. The Wonder Bomb will keep growing bigger, but when you hit it, it gets a bit smaller.
So cool to see Mount Nibel and the reactor like this too. And it's just funny. It's like I see this and I want to talk to you about it because you'll be like, oh, what does this mean? It's just a bridge that's destroyed. Surely that doesn't have any significance. It's just a limited area to explore. No, it has story significance. God damn it. It has story significance. And all will be revealed eventually.
Conflict resolved.
Wonder Bomb, eh? Where it at? I guess that'll be one of the wonders that the kid will want us to check out. Again, what's exciting about this is like I am so
Bring it on!
painfully aware of the story of Final Fantasy VII, but yeah, it's just like the minor gameplay and minor gameplay details that I just don't remember from this, which is super exciting to rediscover, especially because it's been so long. I love that it's like, we're going to the reactor, turn in early tonight, and I'm like, I'm already here. Look at this. Fuck, this actually looks incredible. Because keeping in mind is like, while I've played the original game before, like I said, everything has a remake aesthetic to it now, character models, environments, all sorts. So like, this is the first time sort of seeing the redone environments, and it's like, this is what it could potentially look like, or almost similar to it. And you want to look at it and be like, who the hell is the architect for this? We need to have words with them because they be stupid with how they put this together, but it's all part of the charm and aesthetic. They're like, yeah, put a random crane there, put some pipes that look like spaghetti just hanging off of it. Just make it the most stupidest looking tower you ever seen. Perfect. And that's a Shinra reactor.
Conflict resolved.
The ones in Midgar are all like uniform and beautiful and like have that sort of same appeal to them. And then in this one, they're just like, just fucking throw it together. Because we just need to get this out here, you know? We don't care about how it actually looks.
Conflict resolved.
Got him!
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way!
Conflict resolved.
When you don't want to deal with bomb. Kill bomb. Okay. I guess we'll save here. I'll make a save in a new save file just in case. Can we go in? Yeah, okay, so it does limit us. We can't go in yet because we're supposed to go in tomorrow. But there you go. So we can at least explore the area, get the items, and then head back. But this looks great.
Activating combat mode.
Here we go! This is gonna sting!
It's bigger.
Gonna love this! Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
I think that's the first time I've seen the bomb actually decide to grow in combat as well.
Conflict resolved.
Every other time we've destroyed it super early.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
It's my favorite part of having enemies that are weak against fire right next to a bomb.
Conflict resolved.
Magic's so OP in this game. If you're like, oh, I wish to do away with these enemies. About what they're weak against. Get Firaga and Blizzaga.
Activating combat.
Have a good time.
Taking you down. Oh no, you don't.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Best part about doing it with no damage and doing a magic finish is it'll just refresh your MP at the end of the fight because of it. Okay, so now we can go this way. And oh look, what's off to the right here? What's off to the right
combat mode.
Let's go have a look at this. What's off this way, huh?
Conflict resolved.
So I think that goes back to the town. So there's two pathways. And then what's this? Oh, we have new mail from our reporter. Hot on the trail of the missing pod. I had received word of recent activity in Nibelheim. The area was once a candidate for Marco excavation, but now it's nothing but a deserted village. This reporter actually found a piece of equipment, a pod to be exact, used in the experiments. When I revisited the facility at a later date for a more thorough investigation, the equipment was gone. A full-scale effort to follow the pod's trail revealed that it made a pit stop at Nibelheim before it was carried to another location. Shinra Truths. New mail from Cisne. Time for the mail to come in.
Conflict resolved.
When you come back. Are you in Nibelheim about now? I've got business in another freezing locale myself, by the way. I couldn't help but notice that you were reading Loveless while you were in Costa del Sol. That was Genesis's favorite work, wasn't it? So have you finished it yet? I bet you got bored of it in the middle and just tossed it away. But there's a stage production of Loveless now playing in Midgar. Let's go see it when you get back. Who knows? It might just give you the hint you're looking for. Let's go see Loveless with Cisne and just... Aerith won't mind. This is one of my favorite and least favorite locations of Final Fantasy VII, and it's funny. It's like, I love the aesthetic of it. I love the story that's associated with this location. I just hate navigating it, and the enemies in it suck in the original. But I love this place, and this manor, this location is just so important for so many reasons. In multiple games, this game, the original Final Fantasy VII, and Dirge of Cerberus even. Dirge of Cerberus Final Fantasy VII uses this location too. God, I really wonder if we're going to get a Dirge of Cerberus remaster in the same way that they've done it for Crisis Core. Like it feels likely, you know. For some reason, it doesn't feel outside of the realm of possibility, which is pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy to think about. Just being like, they could do a remaster in between remakes part 2 and 3. They're like, let's do that. And they're also doing Ever Crisis as well, which is the full events of the compilation of Final Fantasy VII, including everything, even the movie Advent Children as a playable experience. I can't wait. We're gonna have the beta for that game early next year, and I need to know what it's gonna be like. Yeah, it looks amazing because it looks like a proper sort of Final Fantasy VII remake in that original style, but with a little bit of like a mobile game aesthetic to it. So that one will be really interesting because once you start getting into playable Advent Children and Dirge of Cerberus in that mode, I don't even know what to think. These things are so creepy too. Oh, when you look at them, they do tricks. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's so weird. Creepy. They're not fun to fight against. That's for sure. Oh, the music in this is very interesting as well. The variation of the Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core music that they're using here is wild. It's locked. It's also locked. We're in Silent Hill right now. We're in Silent Hill Hell. This is the hotel from Silent Hill 2, and everything is locked. Oh. Oh, we can actually do it? Shit. I didn't know that we could do it in this. First digit, knowledge overflowing. Second digit, unwelcome faces. Third digit, tasty reminders of home. And fourth digit, resting on all 4 feet. Oh, this is cool. The laughing safe. You need to figure out the numeric password. Search the mansion for a door that won't open. Look through the keyhole for clues about each password digit. So the unwelcome faces is going to be 4 because there's 4 of those floaty boys. The fourth part one, I hate that it gives you the clues because I was already going to say resting on all 4 feet is the chairs, and that was the first room that we looked through that had the chairs. And then we've got another one which is books and care packages. So knowledge overflowing, unwelcome faces, tasty reminders of home, and resting on all 4 feet. And this safe is also a very interesting item in the Shinra Mansion too, because it has clues to open it in that game as well, in the original, and it's completely optional, completely missable, and you want to do it. You definitely want to do it because it rewards you with something spectacular. It rewards you with something very much worthwhile, and it's so funny to me that it's an optional thing in the original game. Just one of those funny things. But if we have a look, these look like our care packages. Our tinned Benora Whites. There's 2 tins and 2 apples there. 2 tins and 2 apples. And I think that it would be tasty reminders of home. And I think it would be 2. I feel like that's going to be 2. Because unless it's 4 again. With 2 apples, 2 tins. But I think that one's going to be 2. So the monsters is 4. And then the chair legs are here. And I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. But I think that it might be 16. Because it's 4 legs per chair. So it's a 4 times 4 scenario, I think. Not even see that. And then there should be another door for us to look at over this side. So this one will be the books. I guess it'll be the ones that stand out. One. I actually don't know, because there's that one book right there. What did it say? Knowledge overflowing? So should it just be the ones that are not on the shelf? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I think I can zoom out a little bit more. Oh no, I was max zoomed. Yeah, I think knowledge overflowing is 5. So 5, 2, 4, 16, potentially. What's this? Oh, a door that won't open? That's weird. Wonder if that has any significance. Wonder if that is a significant thing. Pay it no mind. Obviously not. That's not important. We'll just ignore that. Let us see. Can we do 2 digits on here? Because if not, oh, you can't. So it might not be 16. So in that case, knowledge overflowing, like 5, and then it was 4 monsters, and then it was 2, maybe 4 apples, but then it might just be 4 chairs again. Okay, so it's not 16. Resting on all 4 feet. Was there 4 monsters, or was there more? I might have to recheck the monsters one, but it definitely isn't going to be 5, 4, 4, 4, is it? Where is it? And it's not. There was definitely 5 books. It's not going to be just quad 4s. So I'm definitely doing one thing wrong. So there's 2 apples, but 2 tins. So I'm not sure if that's going to be 2 or not. Is there more than 4 in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4. Yeah. There's 4 monsters. One, 2, 3, 4 chairs. Almost makes you be like, are there any chairs missing legs? 4 chairs, 4 monsters, 4 apples, 5 books? But that's wrong. That is incorrect. That is not right. Part of me thinks that it might just be the book situation. Maybe it's just 1. Maybe those books don't count. Maybe it's just the 1 book that's overflowing and it's off there. But also there's another chair there. There's another chair. Could it be that chair is needed? Alright, let's try just 1 for the books. So 1, and then 4 for the monsters, 2 for the apples. What was the last one? The last one is the... Shit. The last one's the chairs, which I think is 4. So 1, 4, 2, 4. Oops. 1, 4, 2, 4. No. And then could it be 1, 4, 4, 4? Okay. It's literally given us all the clues of books, monsters, care packages, and chairs. The only other thing that I'm thinking about is it that the chair that has the book on it, that could be the outlier? So it could be 1 book, or it could still be the 5 books. 2, 4 monsters, care packages, books. 5 books, counting the other one. 4 monsters, 2 apples, 5 chairs. No. I'm definitely missing something. Oh, hang on. There's another apple there. There's another apple right there, actually. Oh, and there's another tin of Benora White right there. Oh, and there's another apple there as well. So there's actually 4. That's 7. There's actually 7 of those. Hang on. There's 7 of those. That changes things dramatically. Okay, so we need to go back for books, which I think is 5, 4, and then 7. And then 4 chairs. 5, 4, 7, 4. There you go. 5 books, 4 monsters, 7 care packages, and then 4 chairs. We were so close. It was the care packages that was throwing me off. There you go. Cactua, what are you doing in there? That is not in the original. A pet? It's our laughing safe. Vital Slash. Just be grateful it's only a cactuar and an item in this one, because it do be completely different. It do be completely different in the original. Okay, just wondering what would happen if I opened it again. And off goes the cactuar. I don't know if there's anything to do about that, but these are still locked. There you go, we solved the puzzle. I just was not being observant enough in the care package room. We'll come back here later as well, because this is obviously not where we're supposed to be yet, but we can be efficient and just explore first. We'll explore first. There you go. Just being a tourist in Nibelheim, poking and prodding where we shouldn't be yet. Heading back into the main zone of Nibelheim. Wow, whose house is this? I wonder if this is an important character's house. No idea.
Well, can you go take a look? 2nd floor of the inn.
I will.
I heard that the hero Sephiroth was I want to... I have...
Watch duties.
I'll come and talk to you now and then, so be patient.
Getting nervous. You never...
We can't go in anywhere yet. Time to go in here. Now we can look at the poster. New mail from Cloud. I wanted to tell you. We've been on a few missions together, and there's something I've been meaning to tell you. I was thinking about telling you once we were in my hometown, but it's a little embarrassing, so I'm going to write it out and send it to you. The day you changed your hair, when you wished us rookies good luck before our sortie, I'll never forget your words. Remembering what you said that day gives me the courage to stay strong, so thanks, Zach. To my friends folder. Thanks.
Good day, sir. Welcome.
Can't talk to that guy. Can't go back here. Shame. The Nibelheim music is so just tragically beautiful to listen to as well. So good. Sephiroth. Alright, shall we go look at this this portrait? Take a look at what else is in here too while we're at it.
It's a sad painting. And also kind of eerie. It's a sad...
There's only 3 beds. There's not enough. Looks like someone's staying up late tonight. So that's why you don't lie to the kid and say, yeah, girl in the painting was cute. It's like, nope, it's a weird, eerie child.
Did you see it? It's cute, but also kind of eerie, don't you think? So the second wonder is, that girl sometimes leaves the painting and wanders around in our world. Ooh, scary. Oh, way too scary. Any progress yet on the wonder? So the second one, that... Ooh.
Okay, so I guess when we see that the painting is empty, we're gonna look for this child and see what the deal is.
Huh? It's true. The girl vanished.
This is cool because this is all like additional stuff that is not part of the original experience. So it's fun to be like, what? Alright. Let's go hunting for a mysterious girl. I don't know where to look, but I reckon I would say that it's a safe bet that it would be the Shinra mansion. It just seems like the place that you'd see like an eerie ghostly figure of like a girl, and it might be in like one of the keyhole rooms. That is my assumption. I don't think that it would be in Mount Nibel.
Oh yeah!
I just don't think it would be that way. So we're going to go back to the Shinra mansion. I'm doing things out of order because I've forgotten the order. I could have been more efficient right now and done this in one visit.
Conflict resolved.
I could have done this in one visit to the Shinra Manor, but I didn't know if it was going to push us into to a point of no return. What do you reckon? Do you reckon she's in one of the keyhole rooms? Sitting on one of the chairs because she was in the chair in the painting. No. It'd be kind of fucking creepy if it did that, actually. To think about it. Where's she at? Is she in here? Let's check this way. Not in any of the keyhole rooms. Final room. No. I thought that would have been a safe guess. Wild. Okay, not here then.
Good day, sir. Welcome.
Do you know anything about a strange painting? Oh, hang on. Is she back?
This girl. I wonder why she's sad.
Okay. Maybe I just have to keep leaving and re-entering. Is that why it has like a transition instead of just taking me up there? Oh, she's gone again.
She's really gone.
Okay. It does keep doing new dialogue each and every time. Okay. We got this guy walking up the stairs in a very, like, gliding fashion. What's this guy doing? Ah. He's associated with the painting, isn't he? There you go. What are you doing to it? Oh, what's he doing?
Oh, I am busted.
Gotcha. What you fucking do, innkeeper? What you doing with this painting?
Discovered my secret. This is very embarrassing, but I keep a nest egg that my wife doesn't know about. I hide it behind the painting and such.
Alright, so you keep a nest egg. But that doesn't explain the girl vanishing from the picture.
Oh, that. Well, you see, this painting is actually two-sided.
Ah, classic.
One side has the girl sitting in it. The other side does not.
Got him.
When you get to my age, it gets harder to remember things. Sometimes I have money saved up, sometimes I don't. and I always forget. When the girl's there, there's Gil. When she's not, there's no Gil.
Wow, that money was going in and out real quick, wasn't it? When we were just going back and forth. That money just zip-zapping.
Pretty easy to remember, right? So, it's kind of like a personal memo for me.
Okay.
I hope you'll do me a favor and not tell my wife about my secret.
I'm telling. And he just gave me his nest egg instead. He's like, here, take all of my life savings. Just don't tell my wife. It's like, why'd he give me money? He's like paying me with his life savings to keep quiet. I don't need it, dude. I'm rich. I'm running around with 90K right now.
Nest egg's gone.
Man gave me 2K just to be quiet.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. Your husband is spending ludicrously. I don't buy it. Why is that money coming in and out so frequently, eh? What is it? What's going on?
Nest egg. What's that? Well, I don't understand the grown-up world. In any case, it wasn't a wonder at all, is what you're saying, right? But how about this next one? Hey, mister, do you want to keep doing this?
Absolutely. I love how we're just slowly shattering this boy's hopes and dreams about the magical nature of our reality. Just being like, nah, just a fucking adult man with savings and a picture. Just food poisoning in the waterhole. Sorry, sir. There ain't nothing for you to be excited about in this life. Get used to it. Growing up is disappointment. Let's do it. Let's keep ruining this child's wonder.
Okay, next wonder. The third wonder is a little dangerous. Mount Nibel is home to a lot of dangerous monsters, but the most dangerous ones are the bombs.
Is the Wonder Bomb.
And so, rumor has it, one of the bombs is different from the others. It's a bomb, but it doesn't have a bomb face. It just has a different look. Weird, right? So this is where you come in, Mr. Soldier. I need you to go find solid proof that this strange bomb exists. They say there's an item that only it drops. Go and get it so I can see. And that's the third wonder.
Oh, well, I guess now that we've unlocked the wonder, I don't know if it unlocks in, like, a sequence or anything. I guess we can go and check it out. Maybe it just wouldn't appear before we actually got to it. So there's an item that only it drops, and it has a different face. And we've seen a couple that have expanded in size, but I don't think that those were the strange bombs. Let's have a look.
Activating combat mode.
You guys definitely have bomb faces.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
You guys have bomb faces. Double kill.
Resolved.
We got these kids here. These guys got bomb faces. Get Blizzard God.
Activating combat mode.
You guys are definitely bombs. Alright, they're all bombs now. Instead of the birds. Kill every single bomb that you see, and maybe the strange one will be. Oh god. Okay. We got these.
Conflict resolved.
And this goes to the reactor entrance.
Activating combat mode.
Now I'll head the other way.
Conflict resolved.
Literally just perfect magic finishes. Giving us full MP after each battle.
Out of the way!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Oh, here we are. Touchy bomb, remedy bomb, gray bomb. There we go. Got him.
Conflict resolved.
And they didn't. Gold shard. There it is. Nice. So they were stronger. They didn't die in one hit, but we had to kill them before they exploded. So it was three wonder bombs.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
Conflict resolved.
This is what happens when you do a bunch of mission grinding. And you level up your materia to mastered levels. This is our current equipment. Not bad. Not bad.
Activating combat mode.
I gotta wait until further in the story before I start getting some particular materia that I want. Like, I want to replace my barrier with wall eventually, but I can't get the materials needed to fuse it yet. But we're covering all the bases. We've got a protective spell, a healing spell, a steal, which I've forgotten that I should probably be doing on those bombs. Steal, and then a command ability, Thundergo Blade. Child. I mean, this one kind of is true. I mean, they're weird bombs, all right?
Wow! It's the gold shard! So it does exist. So I guess this wonder was real.
Yeah.
Here's my thanks.
And now they're dead.
Then, maybe the fourth wonder is real too. There's a rumor about a laughing safe.
Ha!
Yeah. Scary, right?
I did it already. Sorry, kiddo.
Do you know Shinra Manor? It's a really old mansion, way in the back of town.
Got it way ahead of you, kid.
My friends and I call it the Haunted Mansion. So they say there's a safe inside this mansion, and every night you can hear eerie laughter coming out of it. But get this, no one knows the code to open the safe, so we can't check what's inside. So the fourth wonder is the laughing safe. You have to figure out the code, open the safe, and find out who or what is laughing in there.
Challenge accepted, kid. Be right back. Oh, I did it.
So it was just a cactar? Bummer. I guess it got trapped in there somehow?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it wasn't laughing, but was actually trying to call out for help.
Depressing.
So if that's the case, maybe what we did was a good thing?
Deep down, everyone's laughter is a desperate cry for help.
Now for the really good stuff. The fifth wonder.
What you got for me?
This one is a really spooky story. It's a mystery buried deep in the earth. Did you know there are caverns beneath Shinra Manor?
I did.
They say you can hear these blood-curdling groans coming from there.
Oh, that's just a vampire. Don't worry about him. He's chill. He's just a nice guy. He certainly has no plot relevance. He's fine.
But you have to use these secret stairs from the mansion's second floor to get down there.
You mean that room I said that we shouldn't worry about?
They say a soldier guy named Sephiroth has the key.
Oh, okay.
That's the fifth wonder. Go check it out.
We gotta wait now. The game has forced us to stop. It says stop doing side quests. You have to wait until Sephiroth opens the way. There we go. Time to rest up.
What are you looking at?
This landscape. I could swear I've seen it before.
Hello.
Tifa, you're our guide?
At your service.
Okay, here we go.
When they talk about the best guide in town, they're talking about me.
It's too dangerous. There's no way I can let you get involved in this.
She'll be just fine if you protect her.
Stay back. It's just unconscious. Or do you actually want to get eaten? Use brings wear, tear, and rust. That's why I use the blunt side.
No, you don't. You do not use the blunt side. What an environment. I have some conflicting feelings on that.
Please?
This is a top secret facility. Non-Shinra personnel are not permitted.
But...
Keep the young lady safe.
Who's under that helmet? Think about it. How weird. How weird, right? Now, I have some conflicting thoughts and feelings on that, and like what kind of annoys me is this game doesn't have any sort of systems in place where you play with a co-op person in battle. It's a solo action RPG experience, Zack is the only one in combat, which means there's no traversing Mount Nibel with Sephiroth in your party, and it annoys me, and it's just glossed over with photos, and the photos are funny, and it's just like, it kind of bugs me. I'm like, oh, it was one of my favorite parts of going through Mount Nibel in the flashback sequence, because you get to see Sephiroth in action, and this game completely skips over it, and it just kind of sums it up in photos. And also, I'm pretty sure Tifa didn't introduce herself. Did she not introduce herself when she just stood in front of Zack at the beginning of the town, and then we rock up, and then Zack is just like, Tifa, you're our guide? That section is so integral to me in the original that it just feels so weirdly glossed over. It's strange. Like, you don't see Tifa's father with his concerns about Tifa being the guide and Sephiroth needing to talk it through with him. You don't see the photo guy like bugging them for a photo. He just kind of goes to snap it, and it's all spontaneous on them. There's like the little details and little changes that like just like they scratch at me. I'm just like, it's just like, I wish that it was not that way, but it's okay. It's okay, I guess. But yeah, it is funny just like seeing that and being like, no, it's wrong. But yeah, there's just a couple of things in there that I wish were just like, they breathed a little bit and they didn't just skip over all of that, because they're trying to get to this moment almost too quickly. It's a good moment.
Genova. Interesting. The door is sealed, of course.
Genova?
Genova, wait.
This is the cause of the malfunction. This section is broken. Zack, go seal the valve. Why did it break?
But Sephiroth's mother is Genova.
What is that?
You average soldier members are Mako-infused humans. You're enhanced, but you're still human. But then, what are those things? Their Mako energy levels are exponentially higher than yours.
Are they monsters?
Yes. The Shinra scientist Hojo was the one who created them. Abominations spawned by Mako energy. That's what monsters are.
You said average member. What about you? Hey, Sephiroth!
Could it be that I was created the same way? Am I the same as these monsters?
And this part, this is in the original game too. This is beat for beat, right? And it always struck me as so odd, because it seems that Sephiroth is so aware of his existence already, because he's like, you guys, you normal guys, I'm not normal, but you normal guys, you know, but these are monsters. It's like he knew subconsciously, but he just needed someone to ask him the very obvious question that he'd kind of been like putting deep down, or like just kind of turning away from it and ignoring. It's like, wait, but like, what about you? And he's like, wait a minute, what about me? Even though he was already kind of aware of it, it was like he just wasn't acknowledging it. And he just needed someone to like say it, be like, wait a minute, why are you like so fucking powerful? Like, what's up with you? And he's like, I'm a Super Saiyan. My power level is over 9,000, you know, like, he's like, wait a minute, it all makes sense now. And it's just really interesting how it comes across that he just starts freaking out all of a sudden. He's just like, oh my God. He's like, wait a fucking minute. He's like, it makes so much sense why I look like a villain and I'm so powerful. But this is a really interesting turning point for his character, because up until this moment, the Sephiroth that we've got is not an evil Sephiroth. He's just a ruthless soldier just doing his job. He's even got like some jokes. He's got some personality. He's like a little more lighthearted with things, with how he talks about stuff. And it's a really interesting perspective. But now,
I knew ever since I was a child. I was not like the others. I knew mine was a special existence. But this was not what I meant. Am I a human being?
No such luck. You are a monster. Sephiroth, you were the greatest monster created by the Genova Project.
Genesis! So you are alive!
Unfortunately.
I suppose I am, if you can call this living.
What is the Genova Project?
The Genova Project was the term used for all experiments relating to the use of Genova's cells.
My mother's cells?
Poor little Sephiroth. You've never actually met your mother. You've only been told her name, no? I don't know what images you've conjured up in your head, but...
Genesis! No!
Genova was excavated from a 2,000-year-old rock layer. She's a monster. Sephiroth, I need your help. My body is continuing to degrade. Soldier First Class, Sephiroth. Genova Project G gave birth to Angeal and monsters like myself. Genova Project S.
S?
Used the remains of countless failed experiments to create a perfect monster.
What do you want of me?
Your traits cannot be copied onto others. Your genes can't be diffused. Therefore, your body cannot degrade. Share your cells with me. My friend, your desire is the bringer of life, the gift of the goddess.
Whether your words are lies created to deceive me, or the truth that I have sought all my life, it makes no difference.
Fuck your apple.
Will rot.
I see. Perfect monster indeed. When the War of the Beasts brings about the world's end. The goddess descends from the sky. Wings of light and dark spread afar. She guides us to bliss. Her gift everlasting.
No! Stop!
How is it possible? How is it possible? Cloud's dead? Cloud just got shot and killed? Imagine if it was. Tifa's just fine.
Activating combat mode.
Okay, how is it possible that you guys can watch me have the best moment and like my best feelings towards this game and then simultaneously the worst at the same time in the same episode? When I'm just like literally just being like, this is so good, I love seeing this so much, I love Final Fantasy VII, and then I'm like, oh no, I hate this. This is the Genesis effect. This is Project G. Because you just absolutely cringe whenever Genesis is on screen. Why couldn't they have just kept him and Angeal dead in the prologue prequel stuff when Zack was just a puppy before he got to first class, before he did the cool haircut? If they just kept it back there and just had Angeal and Genesis just die and never be mentioned in this segment, it almost flawlessly and seamlessly flows into the events of the original game and even the remake, because the events that are spoken about in terms of the prequel era before the events of the original 7 is just this stuff. It's going to Nibelheim. It's Cloud and Sephiroth on a mission together, and maybe also Zack is on that mission, as you can see. And that's the events that take place. It's just literally Cloud's hometown of Nibelheim and what happens here. Everything that happens before that, this is all new to Crisis Core. If they just kept Genesis and Angeal in that segment, that's perfectly fine, because that's stuff that Cloud doesn't know about. It's stuff that is far removed because there's been a time skip, so you can kind of just be like, oh yeah, that's some stuff that happened in Soldier and then just got swept under the rug because they didn't want any of that information to get out. But no, they couldn't just leave it. They had to have Angeal and Genesis survive in ways that start just perverting the original story, and it just hurts so much to be like, this isn't how it went. This isn't how it's supposed to go. And it just like, you know, you see the events where Sephiroth is realizing like what he actually is. He's like a monster and he's having this beautiful emotional performance. You're actually seeing the expression, his voice, and he's really struggling with this, and it's incredible to witness. And then the gift of the goddess comes in with his stupid ass other one wing. There is only one one-winged angel, and that's Sephiroth. But no, this other fool has to swoon in and go, the gift of the goddess. Give me your cells, Sephiroth. You must share your cells with me. Here I've prepared a syringe. And then he just like, get this apple out of here. That didn't happen. And it just, I really wonder how the remake is going to handle this. This is the big important question, right? And this is going to be the part that like is either going to like piss me off to no end, or maybe they'll fix it. Maybe they'll do something to make me like it in the remake, but I doubt it. I want to have faith, but I don't know. But like the thing is like it's all hinging on the events of the remake, where it's like, are they going to put Genesis in the remake flashback? Are they going to put him in there? Or are they going to ignore it? And if they ignore it, that just confirms and talks about more alternate timeline theories, and Crisis Core takes place in an alternate timeline, because at the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake 1, you have that image of the scrappy dog go in front of the screen, and it's a different mascot to sort of communicate very subtly that it's an alternate timeline of events. Final Fantasy VII Remake original Crisis Core stuff, if we start talking about it, you get into these weird big galaxy brain theory things because Nomura is a stupid idiot. and he does Kingdom Hearts and he goes, whoa, we're gonna fuck your brain up with a bunch of like theories, and it's so hard to grasp it and keep track of it that you have to remember that not everyone's on the same page. Like I can talk about what I know, which when I talk about like the alternate timeline thing and the different dog on the chip packet, and people will be like, what the fuck are you talking about, if they're not aware of it, and then they get so lost. And that's the Kingdom Hearts effect. Because people are like, what happened? I didn't pay attention. I was too busy mashing the X button to achieve victory in gameplay. And it's so unfortunate. But yeah, it's just like, it's so complicated. Just to summarize, we have no idea if Genesis is in the prime Final Fantasy VII timeline, or whether or not he's in an alternate timeline of events. And the only way that we'll ever get the answer is when Rebirth comes out, and I'm scared. Because if Genesis is in that game, I'm gonna be upset. Because whenever he shows up, he steals the scene in a bad way. He shoves himself in there and goes, hey, everyone pay attention to me. I am the main character. And everybody says, shut up, Genesis. Isn't it funny that I just love Final Fantasy VII so much, but also it just like I can be so negative? I'm only negative about a very particular thing, but it's so conflicting. It's so conflicting. Because it's like, you guys were not here. And where's Tifa at? Tifa, you want to help me out in this fight? No, because it's a single player action RPG and there's no party members. So it's just me. Just me taking out the G Deleter. Remember when G Deleter showed up in the original events of Final Fantasy VII? Because I don't.
He tried to protect me.
I know.
Damn right.
Stay close to me.
That's your boy right there. You don't even know it, but that's your boy right there. He said he'd protect you. Imagine if you just get shot and just killed. And then that's the final confirmation that this is an alternate timeline where Cloud dies. But yeah, he just really took that shit to the gut. Which also never happened. Which also never happened, by the way.
Conflict resolved.
But apparently it did. Look at him go.
Activating combat mode.
That's two heavy hitters in Final Fantasy VII just casually walking.
Oh yeah.
Just chilling. Tifa and Cloud, one of the best gaming duos. Tifa best girl. And I'll protect them while they limp back home.
Activating combat mode.
Bam.
Conflict resolved.
Alright, the more encounters I complete, the further along they get. Final Fantasy VII, my favorite game of all time, as you can tell.
Activating combat mode.
It's my favorite game of all time. But is Crisis Core my favorite game of all time? No, it ain't.
Oh yeah!
But it's tied to original Final Fantasy VII, and that's why we have to grin and bear it. Because the compilation of Final Fantasy VII exists.
Conflict resolved.
The true question is, what's worse? Dirge of Cerberus or Crisis Core? And I'm going to need to replay Dirge of Cerberus to answer that question. And that's kind of why I want them to do a remaster. Because either I play the original PS2 version, or we can play a remaster that they might do, which will have some probably really nice quality of life improvements. So I'm going to sit on my butt and be patient. Because who knows? They might do it.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
My dream as well, which seems incredibly unlikely, is for them to do an Advent Children playable experience, like on the same level as like the remake graphics, but I just don't see how they would be able to do it, because it's not like remaking a game. They're like, we're going to turn an animated movie into a game. Like, if that was even just DLC or something. Like on the level of the 7 Remakes intermission DLC. If they're like, we're going to do Advent Children as like a final DLC, once all the parts of the Final Fantasy VII Remake are out, that would kind of be amazing. It would to have Advent Children playable for the first time, outside of this, I guess, planned Ever Crisis mobile game. I can talk and rant about the events of Final Fantasy VII across all of its media until the end of time, by the way. Just if you were unaware, I really like Final Fantasy VII. Talk about it until the end of time. And pick it apart in all of its beauty. And all of its flaws. Once we start getting into the compilation.
Where did you go?
Where did you go?
What happened?
Sorry, I can't say.
I thought so.
Confidential.
I'll ask the townspeople about Sephiroth.
Thank you, Tifa.
Thank you, Tifa. How do I know your name? If only Tifa knew. If only he took his helmet off. There's a reason he didn't.
Tifa's safe. Don't worry.
If only I were Soldier. Zack?
Soldier is like a den of monsters. Don't go inside.
What happened?
I don't know, man. I thought I knew, but... By the way, do you know Tifa?
Sort of.
Talk to her?
No.
I'm sensing some issues here. Shouldn't you do something? I'm one to talk. I'm with soldiers, so fighting's all I do. Sorting things out is someone else's job. What's going on? Who's the enemy? It makes no difference to me!
Hey, Zack. I really like that sword. It's impressive.
Zack, you've got a big sword.
Use brings about wear, tear, and rust. And that's a real waste. You're a little more important than my sword. But just a little.
Embrace your dreams, and whatever happens, protect your soldier honor. This is a symbol of my dreams and honor. No, it's more. That's right. I had almost forgotten. Thank you, Cloud.
Huh?
Right! I'm gonna crash. Night.
He's like, what? He's like, wait, what? What did I do? I'm just a guy. I'm just a little guy. Just a little dude. I'm just a shy little guy. What did I do, Zack? Soldier First Class Zack, who I idolize. And we're going to talk about that before we get into more, because you just watched me hate my life 5 minutes ago. And now I'm going to turn around and just tell you that's one of my favorite scenes in the whole game. Be like, that's one of my favorite scenes in the whole game. And that's not in the original. This is new stuff. And this is the stuff that I love. This is really good ways to add to the original experience and enhance it. No, not throwing Genesis in there, but having Cloud and Zack just be a couple of guys being dudes. And I love it so much that they're just talking about stuff. And Zack is a true friend to Cloud. He's there for him. He's talking through him with some stuff, and then Cloud unknowingly helps him out too. They have a really great little relationship. It's a working relationship, but it's really good to see it because they have a friendship. They have a relationship, right? And I love seeing the character development. It's like retroactive character development. If you've played the original, if you've played just the remake, this is retroactive character development. Say if you've only played part 1 of the remake and now you're playing the Crisis Core Reunion and you're confused because you didn't play the original. You're confused and you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't line up. What's going on here? And there's retroactive character development there. You're going, well, okay, so in the events of the remake, Cloud is a soldier first class. He has the Buster Sword, and he's got sort of like this, like weird personality to him. He's very stoic, but he's very like serious, and he's very determined. He's very confident in a sense. And he's got like a little bit of that Zack charm, but it's buried under some shit. Why is that when in this game he's so reserved and shy, and he's like, I wish I was in Soldier and I never made the cut, and I idolize this guy who is in Soldier first class with a Buster Sword. I wonder what's going on here. And it's really cool to see the relationship develop here. It's great to see the character interactions. I love how they talk. I love that Zack is like, Tifa, what's going on here? And the connective tissue is just so interesting because you've got Zack with Aerith right now, who we know is another important character, and then Cloud and Tifa, just like these big names in the game. And it's cool that we see a moment which makes Angeal's existence worth it in a way, because he's a new character that gets added to this game. He never existed before this. But what you see is obviously Zack was once like younger and more inexperienced, which was the beginning of this game, and Angeal is his mentor figure to inspire him to be better and to be like the best of Soldier. And Zack has a moment right there where he's in Angeal's position with the sword, and Cloud is where he used to be. Maybe not directly with Cloud not being in Soldier, but he sees that same relationship and he's like, oh shit, goddamn. He's just seeing like the chain of events there. And it helps Zack because he realizes where he's at and reminds him of what he's fighting for. And it's just another amazing and funny thing about Zack is he's just a dude, a regular ass guy just wanting to, perform well and do great at life and live a good life. And everyone else in Soldier is just like a monster. And he's like, everyone, it's a den of monsters. Stay away. Like everyone's weird here and I'm the only normal one. And what the hell's going on? Shut up, Genesis. And it's so cool to have a scene like this. I genuinely love it. And this is what I told you. It's like, you're just going to see me having the time of my life, playing moments in this game, and then at the other time I'm just like, no, don't do it. And that is the Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core effect. That's the compilation of 7 effect when it starts getting a little too weird. But there are good things that come of it, like scenes like this that we never got in the original, and you see this and it just warms your heart and you're like, this is good. This is good addition. This is good expansion on these characters. In a way that is meaningful and it's not shoehorned at all, and it's natural, and I love it. And now we're going to proceed. I just needed to talk about that specific scene because you don't get any of that at all in the original for obvious reasons. So it's great that the game can highlight it now. Okay, I'm up. Did you have a good sleep, Cloud?
I'll rest a little more.
I'll rest a little more.
Nest egg's gone.
Nest egg's gone. No money. Well, looks like we didn't have to worry about the 3-bed scenario after all, because Sephiroth went and slept out in the wilderness. All right. Is he all right? Is that guy all right? Don't know who he is. I'm a little worried because it looks like he got hurt pretty bad. Glad you were there. Thank you, Zach. I had heard of Soldier and how tough they are. Hope we can talk a little more about Soldier one of these days because there's something I want to ask you. I wonder what she wants to ask us. Almost as if there was like this character called Cloud when he was younger and he went to leave Nibelheim and he went, Tifa, I'm going to go and join Soldier. And then they made a promise to each other under the stars that he would always protect her. If she was in a bind, he would come and save her. You know what I love is he did that just then. He did do that, and she has no idea. It's like, there's something I want to ask you. She wants to ask about Soldier because maybe that guy from her hometown went and achieved that dream. Just maybe. And that event has been covered in the remake at this point, which was amazing to see. Cloud. Hey, do you want to come over to my house? I want you to try Mom's cooking. The thing is, I haven't been home yet since I've been here. I hadn't been able to make up my mind about it, but I decided that I should show my face. But going home alone is a bit uncomfortable, so I was hoping you could join me. Cloud's mom's house. Let's go. And something that's really cool about the first part of the remake was being able to see Cloud's mother in actual remake graphics. So we've actually seen the tiniest bits of Nibelheim in Final Fantasy VII Remake. In a certain few cutscenes, we've seen Tifa when she was real young, right at the beginning of the remake, right at the start, in a little cutscene. We've seen Cloud lying in bed. It's really cool, the short little snippets we've seen.
At Shinra Manor.
Are you talking about that big mansion?
Yes. Shinra's owned it a long time.
Hi Tifa, bye Tifa. Yeah. The Genesis fan club Red Leather breaking news. Here at Red Leather, we have received numerous reports of Genesis sightings. If Genesis does indeed live, despite being reported as killed in action, has he perhaps solved the riddles that surround the gift of the goddess? Genesis can never do wrong, and he deserves our support. Okay. What a shame that Genesis still exists.
Huh?
Hello?
Aerith?
I finally got through.
Yeah. Listen. Now's not the best time. I'll call you later.
No, you don't have to.
Okay. I'll come visit.
I'll be here.
I'll see you. I promise.
Aerith and Zack have such an interesting relationship because they've barely spent any time together, right? They've barely spent any time together. They've barely spent any time together. But the way that Aerith talks about and refers to Zack in the original Final Fantasy VII and in the remake, very interesting. I think the remake handles it better than the original because there is Aerith refers to Zack in both of those games in a different way, and it makes more sense in the remake, given the shortness of their relationship and their encounters and their lack of any official relationship status.
Aerith, I'll be back soon.
You sure about that, buddy? He's like, I'll be back in Midgar, and I'll be back with Aerith pushing flowers, filling Midgar. Just you wait. We can't go in yet, apparently.
We welcome.
To get to Shinra Manor, go up the stairs ahead, then go left. I'll show you.
I'll show you. Thanks, Cloud. So we're not seeing your mum yet.
I heard that the hero Sephiroth was coming. I want to...
Oh, he's still here? Still here with the same dialogue. Okay. Alright. Not going to see Cloud's parents. I guess that's wishful thinking.
There's a fork in the mouth.
Alright, now we need to wait for the 5th wonder, which will be in the Shinra Manor now as well.
Activating combat mode.
Because Sephiroth be in there.
Resolved.
Thanks to Tifa's great intel.
Activating combat mode.
Bam.
Conflict resolved.
Console, my boy, a message for you. Working hard at your assignment, I assume. I guess it was longer than we thought it would be. I thought I'd look after Aerith while you were gone, but the Turks were already there guarding her. I don't know why. Anyway, she says the tire came off her flower wagon and now the thing's useless. I offered to fix it for her, but she refused. She's waiting for you to come back and fix it, so hurry up and get back here already. We needed to find out the canon reason why Aerith doesn't have a flower wagon in the events of the original FF7, because it broke.
Activating combat mode.
Why doesn't she have a flower wagon in Final Fantasy VII? You gotta play Crisis Core to find out. I can fight too. Sephiroth, I don't get him at all. Is everyone in Soldier like him? Oh, and are there any blonde guys in Soldier? Well, it's just a dream. Any girl would love to have a blonde soldier guy protect her when she's in a pinch. Well, it's no good just waiting for my blonde knight to show up in shining armor. So I've started learning how to fight myself. My teacher tells me I've got a knack for it. Love that. And then Tifa becomes the best martial artist of all time and the best girl of all time. Hello, Cloud.
Sephiroth is in the 2nd floor room, on the right.
Sephiroth is in the 2nd floor room, on the right. I will be your tour guide of the Shinra Manor today. In this door to the right, you'll see some creepy floating ghosts. Lucia? Working with Sephiroth? Hello again, Zack. I heard you were on an assignment with Sephiroth. I remember you were trying to get in touch with him, so I'm guessing you can finally talk to him now. Yes. I also heard Sephiroth handpicked you for this assignment. With the main soldier first gone missing and Sephiroth not being the type to look after subordinates, I'm thinking it's you who's going to lead us. You're moving up the chain, and I'm following you till the end, Zack. Let's go. Mail spam. Don't tell anyone. I almost forgot. Please don't tell anyone in Soldier that I asked about the blonde guy, okay? I didn't ask about the blonde guy. You'd think that would tick off some things in Zack's brain, but sometimes Zack is a bit head empty, so he's probably not even thinking, blonde guy, Cloud's blonde. They know each other. Let me put 2 and 2 together.
The underground passage door was unlocked. Maybe Sephiroth went underground?
Cloud, you're a genius. Look at this thing. It's actually important after all. You know, the only thing that makes me sad right now is it's not playing like the music that plays under here from the original game. And the music of this, the music in this location is so cool. It's so cool. I'm trying to remember the name of the track. It's something to do with, I believe it's something to do with The Nightmare Begins. I think it's called The Nightmare Begins. Coffin key obtained. That's funny. That's funny. Coffin key? What are you talking about? I think it's playing an interesting it's playing an interesting like rendition of one of the themes in Crisis Core, but I wish that it was playing the specific song that I'm looking for. I think it is. I just want to I'm just going to quickly verify my own information here. I believe it's The Nightmare Begins FF7. It is. I'm so good. It's The Nightmare's Beginning. Yeah, it's it's called The Nightmare's Beginning. So close. I'm like trying to remember the names of the tracks of the soundtrack. It's very, very close. And it's so good. It's so good. It's one of my favorites. We also have probably one of my all-time favorite tracks of a soundtrack ever in this part of the game too, which is called Those Chosen by the Planet, which is another one. Which they're like almost right next to each other on the soundtrack. Almost right next to each other. The Nightmare Begins, and Those Chosen by the Planet. It is one of the best tracks. It just makes me feel so good to listen to. It's amazing. What are all these coffins doing down here?
It won't open. Are you telling me that this coffin needs a key?
Try using the coffin key? Of course. Oh my god.
Activating coffin.
Why is there a bunch of coffins down here? Who's dying?
Take that!
I sure hope that there's no one hibernating down here. No weird vampire emo guy hiding down here. No way.
Won't open.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
I'm pretty sure we just get more keys from the other Sahagins.
Conflict resolved.
So I can get some more for the other room.
Activating combat mode.
Activating combat mode.
Conflict resolved.
Yep, there's another coffin key. Get me into another fight with another Sahagin, please. So I can get an. Oh, actually, I don't even know how many coffins are in this room. How many coffins are in this room? Let's find out. Excuse me there. Trying to steal from you? Trying to steal from you? You don't mind? Why are you so hard to steal from all of a sudden? There we go. And it's not even a good item.
Conflict resolved.
Alright, how many coffins are in this room? Ah, yes, another 2. Perfect. Just a weird minor discrepancy here. I guess it's like, you know, there's a reason why you can't open every coffin.
It won't open.
There's a reason why you can't open all.
Who's that? Fast asleep. I should probably leave him alone.
I forgot about this. I thought that this wasn't in this game. But this is obviously the wonder. This is obviously the 5th wonder, but there's something else about this wonder that's oh my god. For some reason I didn't think that this happened. This is great. This is refreshing my memory. I thought that each one of them was be an encounter, and that one of the coffins that we couldn't open or couldn't interact with, we would hear some snoring or some sleeping. Oh my god. Well, that's the 5th wonder. There's just a guy sleeping in there. I wonder if he's like a sort of emo vampire type, secret character type guy from Final Fantasy VII. Or maybe it's just some dude that is of no importance.
It won't open.
He's in there. He's in there. He's sleeping. He's waiting for his grand reveal. I think the really interesting part about this as well is we probably have a very sensible idea of what this particular character is going to look like when his time comes. Down here in this little coffin basement. We'll probably have a general idea. He's going to look like we'd expect, but in a remake setting. But I just can't wait to see him, and I can't wait to hear him, and I can't wait to get that amazing, tragic backstory of our vampiric emo.
Activating combat mode.
I actually totally forgot that they actually do still put him in here. You just don't see him. It's just a cheeky little reference of, just a cheeky little reference of, this guy's just sleeping. Better leave him be. Maybe someone else will disturb him in a few years' time. Maybe. Or not. Or not, because maybe he's a secret missable character and he's someone that if you play the original game, you could completely miss out and never encounter. And I'm not even joking. But maybe he'll be a little more important in the remake. Enter the facility. There is no going back beyond this point. Make sure that you have no unfinished business left, such as uncompleted mission. Oh, actually... That means... Oh shit, hang on. That means we should go back to the kid. We should go back to the kid, because that was the 5th wonder. And there's still 2 more wonders because... and I'm not trying to spoil what's just about to happen here, because there may not be a child to go back to if we don't do it now. Why, you ask? Who knows? Maybe he'll leave. Maybe he's leaving town. Maybe he's got to go to school. Maybe we just won't see him again, and we should talk to him while we have the chance to solve the wonders, because there might be a heat wave coming into Nibelheim, and we've got to act while the weather is still appropriate. You know, I think that would be
some guy was
beneficial.
Just sleeping there?
Yeah, dude, I know, right? Just some random ass guy of no consequence.
So it was just loud snoring?
Ah.
Kind of disappointing. But I wonder, who is that guy?
Who is that guy? Find out next time on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Why would he be sleeping there? Could this be a new wonder? So the 6th wonder is an old legend called the Treasure Within the Flames. But I don't have any other information right now. Sorry, this one's kind of tough. I'm gonna look into it a little more, so can you just hold tight for now?
Huh. He's saying Treasure Within the Flames. Which means...
So the 6th is an old, but I'm gonna look...
Which means I think we have to proceed with the main story. Because if he's saying what I think he's saying, maybe the 6th and 7th wonders take place during a very...
Activating combat mode.
A very hot time. A very heated time. Alright. Enter facility. We're ready. No turning back now. It's about to heat up.
Excavated from a 2,000-year-old rock layer, a life form in stasis. Professor Gast named this life form Genova, I see. MEGL 77-1977. Genova verified as an ancient.
7s. All 7s, baby.
GL 9/13/1977. Genova project approved. Mako Reactor 1 authorized for use.
The dating system is so interesting, right? How it uses 1977?
The Genova project. Is it coincidence? Professor Gast, why didn't you tell me? Why did you die?
Oh, I love this. This is so good. Seeing the way that this is being handled right now, seeing this room, this environment in the updated style, my god, man. This is so good. I love this area. This is such a creepy and spooky part of the original game, and the atmosphere of this room, this area, the story at this point in the original Final Fantasy VII, because you're learning these revelations in the original game, you're going, holy shit, wait a minute, this is amazing. Like, we're talking about, like, you know, the Cetra and the Ancients and the Last Ancient and Aerith, and we're learning with at this point of the story in the original game and in the remake, you've already learned about Aerith, you've learned about her mother, you've learned about the ancient stuff, and Genova. Also, everyone thinks it's like, Genova is an ancient, right? But wait a minute, she's a calamity from the skies. She was like excavated from like a crater. That's weird. That's kind of weird. And then they're making monsters out of her? That doesn't seem very much like the Cetra or the Ancients. And something I really love about Final Fantasy VII is the way that it goes from a eco-terrorism save the planet plotline to to cosmic horror saved the whole planet from being destroyed and absorbed by a space virus. It's like, it's wild. The way that Final Fantasy VII starts off in a very grounded reality and then just progressively gets crazy, and it goes cosmic horror, and it's so damn cool. It's one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite things ever. Final Fantasy VII is just one of my favorite games of all time, and it just makes me so happy to talk about. Just seeing this and experiencing it just makes me feel so happy. Sephiroth is having an existential crisis, and I'm here celebrating it. Because it just looks so good, and witnessing this is amazing. Sephiroth's new voice actor, I really like him, and I think he does a great job. I feel like he does the events of the original 7 attitude and personality like really, really well, and he's got them creepy vibes that doesn't come across as well in Crisis Core because he's supposed to be a little bit different with his personality, but I think he's nailing it, and I love the new Sephiroth voice actor, which is it's hard to replace the GOAT, you know, the original Sephiroth voice actor. I'm talking about Lance Bass, obviously, from Kingdom Hearts 1 Sephiroth. That's the best that's the best Sephiroth voice actor. How you doing, boy? You learned some truths today, huh? Professor Gast, hey? Important to you?
Leave me be.
Leave me be.
Leave me be.
Yeah, I love that he's talking about like the dating system. 7th of the 7th, 1977. There's almost part of me that just wants them to change it and have it be 1997 instead, because that's obviously when the game, the original game came out, 97. God damn. It's so cool to see this room. Wow, look at these weird ass looking tubes and pods. Man, I'd hate to end up in one of those. I would hate to end up in one of those. And I sure hope I never see one of these pods again ever in my life. I'd never want to be in there. And so we left. We left Sephiroth to study.
From that day, Sephiroth shut himself inside Shinra Manor. And continued to review documents like a man possessed. The lights in the basement never went out once.
This is so much like the original as well, with how they've handled it like cinematically and visually, and I love it so much. One of my favorite parts, and on the 7th day, another 7, one of my favorite parts that isn't in this one, but it's in the original, is what it begins to show is the pre-rendered background changes. Sephiroth's like reading the books and he starts fading in and out, and you start seeing him over the different parts of the library. But one of my favorite additions to that is you start seeing the books piling up, and it changes the look of the actual environment. You start seeing like books piling up that he's been going through that changes along with it to show the passage of time, and it's so cool. But on the 7th day, oh, what? I just woke up. And on the 7th day, I just woke up and the town was on fire. Jesus, they really just threw you in there, didn't they? No fanfare, no setup. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, the town's in flames on the 7th day. They really just kind of, there's some certain things they just kind of skip over, which is so weird. One of the it's missing a crucial scene, and it's missing one of my favorite scenes in the original game, and it hurts actually, because it's one of the best scenes in the whole original game. On the 7th day, or like once time has passed, you go back down into the Shinra mansion to talk to Sephiroth, and he's kind of gone batshit crazy at this point because he's done a lot of reading. He's got a lot of knowledge. He starts spouting some bullshit. He's in a mood. I hate that they skipped over this, actually, guys, because I've forgotten about it. It's so important. And he's spouting some trash, and he's like, "You suck. What the fuck is going on? I know everything. I am the savior of the planet. I'm meant to fucking rule the world." He's just really getting weird with it. And then he says, "I'm going to see my mother." And the whole time it's playing this really creepy, like, dum dum, dum dum, dum dum, the whole time. And it's like, it's the song, the track, which is the one that I told you about, those chosen by the planet. It's edging you. It's like keeping you on the edge. It's just going dum dum, dum dum. And you start getting in there, and it's going, yeah, oh my gosh, it's just so good. And it's just doing this chime. It's just going dung, dung, and it's just doing this like bell toll, and it's so effective. It's just like, oh my god, what is going on? It's just this bell toll, and you go back into the Shinra mansion and you talk to the Shinra soldier that's that. He's like, "Sephiroth has not come out in days. He's being real weird." And you go back down there and you talk to him, and he says some shit, and then after the conversation, he says, "I'm going to see my mother." And as soon as you click off of that dialogue box, the music kicks in and it goes da 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 da, and that's the Chosen by the Planet song, and it just hits you, and it's so effective. I can't even begin to tell you the thoughts and feelings that I had playing this as a child and experiencing this and being like, "What is going on? This is so wild. Sephiroth's going crazy." And he starts walking out real weird, like his character model is being like super strange. He's like, "I'm going to see my mother." And he walks out, and then you leave after him and you walk out of the Shinra mansion. And when you walk out of the Shinra mansion, you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Nibelheim's in flames. Nibelheim's in flames. And that is so impactful as a what the fuck moment that this just skipped over. And it's like almost a sin for it to have done that, because that is one of the most crucial elements of seeing Sephiroth's change in his personality. And it just skipped it. And it just has you just wake up 7 days later and the town's already on fire. And I hate that, because it removes such a crucial element of this part of the story for me. It's one of my favorite parts of it. That, like, the way that music kicks in, I'll never forget it. The way that track is purposefully kept on edge with just a bell toll, so ominous, and then just releases it. Meanwhile, this game is like, they don't need that. They don't need any of that. Just throw them in. Throw them into the fire. The boy's still here.
My mom is still in there. Please, help her.
Oh, you want your treasure in the flames? This is your sixth wonder? Your own mother. Your mum's still in there. Okay. Your mother's up there.
It'll be close to zero visibility in there. Can I do this?
Can I do this?
My guess, I have about a minute. That's tough.
Alright, can I save my game beforehand? Am I gonna fail here? Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. Hold on. Can I save my game? Is there a save point here? What if I fuck it up? Oh! Hang on a minute. Hang on. Hey, there's that guy around the corner. Wait a second. Whoa! There's that guy. Wait a second. Alright, hold on. I gotta go rescue this. I gotta rescue this mother first.
It'll be close to zero visibility in there.
Can I do this? All right, I've got a minute. Jesus. All right, zero visibility. Zero visibility.
I'm going in.
Rescue the little boy's mother. Use your senses to make your way through raging flames and rescue the boy's mother trapped inside the building. So I got to get upstairs. Zero visibility. How do we do this? Oh shit! What? Excuse me? Oh, you got to be joking. What the fuck is? Oh, what is going on? Oh, where am I? Oh, hang on. Oh, oh, where am I? Did I make it? Am I in the window? I'm in the window. Oh, I made it to the window. Okay, we got it.
The sun's waiting outside. I'll get you out. You just need to hold on.
This is the worst minigame of all time. Oh shit, now I need to, yep. Now go that way, that way. Oh, yes. No. Yep. Oh fuck, I'm running out of time. Dude, I'm stuck on the staircase, I think. It's like glitching. Oh, get fucked. Yes! Yep. No. Yes. No. Oh! I had like 5 seconds left. Oh my god, dude.
Mom!
Jesus. Fucking hell, that was stressful.
Thank you, mister.
If only I could have saved Cloud's mother from her house. Oops. Too bad. So sad.
You saved my mom. My treasure. Out of the flames.
The sixth wonder. You figured it out. How weird.
Flames? My mom? My treasure?
What's wrong?
I'm thinking this was the sixth wonder.
Huh? The treasure within the flames is my mom? That's it. It has to be.
It told the future. Your mom's gonna potentially die in flames one day, unless I'm here to save her.
Yeah. It's not a wonder at all, but I'm satisfied.
It's a wonder she's alive.
Okay. On to the next wonder. Yeah. It's the seventh and last.
The tonal shift of this is so strange.
No. The seventh wonder can wait. You have to take care of your mom first.
You're right. Yeah. But let me repay you.
Yo, let's go attack up plus. Nice. I like how he's like, the next one is, and he's like, kid, you've got stuff to do. Your mother almost perished in the flames. Okay, so Sephiroth just chilling around the corner.
Sephiroth.
There he is. Cloud, my boy. There's things missing.
Yes, I'm coming for you.
Let's go. They never need to change this scene because it's one of the most iconic of all time, even though it's a weirdly kind of the compression. I can see it. They struggled. They really struggled to upscale that cutscene for some reason. They're like, nah, let's just keep it at weird compressed 480p quality for some reason. And the flames didn't look that extensive right now, but that's fine. That's just one of the most iconic stare downs. At least they kept that.
How could you? Sephiroth, how could you?
How could you, Sephiroth? So it's only Cloud and the boy there. There's things missing here that are in the original. And it bugs me that it's not there. They're important details to me. To Nibelheim. I mean, to Mount Nibel. Oh, now we've got Deathclaws. They're like, let's just all of a sudden start putting Deathclaws in here. Because why not? Yep. Get out of here, baby.
Oh yeah!
I don't know, man. There's just something so funny about the fact that Cloud was just face down in the dirt 30 seconds ago. And he's like, I'm just gonna get my phone out, send this email real quick. I'm like, I can't move. Zach, where are you? Sephiroth set the whole village on fire. Tifa and her dad went chasing after him. You've got to stop them. I feel like this email maybe should have been sent to us in maybe a particular moment. Like maybe in that moment that was removed from the game that I was just ranting about, instead of, Zach, the village is on fire. I'm like, I know, I was there. I just spoke to you while you were taking a dirt nap.
Activating combat mode.
Silly boy. Bam, triple kill, let's go.
Resolved.
Cloud.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Damn right I'm resolving these conflicts. I got places to be, baby. I got places to be.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way!
Out of the way. Also, like, the Deathclaws are, like, it's so funny seeing them here and seeing them in missions and stuff, because they're an endgame enemy, and that's the most hilarious part, is Deathclaws in the original FF7 do not show up until the very end. And I'm not just saying, like, close to the end. I'm like the very end of the game.
Conflict resolved.
And they're like, yeah, just chuck them in here. Chuck them in. Just put them in. Put in the Deathclaws. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Tifa. Oh no, we don't even see this.
Do this to you?
Hate you, Shinra, Soldier, and you. I hate you all!
This scene is wrong! They did it wrong! Oh. No, they did it wrong. It's really funny that you love how things are playing out, and you love the expanded scenes, you love the additional stuff, and you're like, God damn, I love this expanded stuff between Cloud and Zack, I love all of this. But then there are things that they're not doing, or they're taking it out, or they're glossing over it, and those are the important moments. And I'm like, what happened? You know, where did that go? You know, because you're supposed to witness Tifa over her father, because Tifa and her father went in there together. But where's her father? Nowhere to be seen right now? Oh, that's because we just decided to skip over it. And we see Tifa make her sort of revenge swear that, like, she, you know, she was just saying it while she's like, oh, I hate you all. But it's not showing what happened to her just then. It's not showing what happened to her father. That's shown in the original flashback, and it's stuff that I feel that's very important, and that's why I am talking about it. That's why I harp on it. It's not complaining just for the sake of complaining. It's not unwarranted. It's things that I think genuinely are specific moments for the character that are important that are just not shown. Why is Tifa hunched over right now? Why she's in fetal position? What happened? You know, did she get a tummy ache? You don't know. Did she get a tummy ache? Where'd her father go to go get her medicine for her tummy ache? And she hates the Shinra because they they marked up the prices on the tummy ache medicine? We don't know because we didn't get to see it. You actually know and see what takes place in the original. They're like, let's just skip over it. They don't need to know. And that's why it bugs me.
Mother. Let's take back the planet together. I had an epiphany. Let's go to the Promised Land. Mother.
Sephiroth! Why did you kill the townspeople? Why did you hurt Tifa? Answer me, Sephiroth!
Mother, they're here again. You should have ruled this planet. You were stronger, smarter. But then they came. Those inferior dullards. They came and took this planet away from you. But don't be sad, Mother. I am with you now.
Sephiroth the OG. Sephiroth the OG Homelander. Let's get that reveal, baby. Let's look at that beautiful woman.
Mother.
Sephiroth! What the hell happened to you? Ah! Sephiroth! I trusted you! Ah! Ah!
Transition into boss fight arena that just never happened before. It's so funny. Look how different this area looks. Look how different this area looks to the rest of the Marco reactor. I look like I'm in another area completely. So funny. Boss fight arena transition.
Activating combat.
Okay, Sephiroth. Draw slash.
Take that!
Nothing to steal, god damn it. How dare you. Let's just fight against Sephiroth real quick.
Hey! How about this? Gotta love this!
I can do that move too, Sephiroth. Get cancelled.
Here we go. This is gonna sting!
Heartless Angel? Oh shit. Oh my god. Wait. Why do you have gems? Why do you have gems? What are you doing? Why do you have gems? Get this shit out of here. Get these gems out of here, boy. Why you got magic gems? You don't need those. You're better than this, Sephiroth. Alright, I want to see his, I want to see it. Damn it, never mind. I want to see his, next time when he does it, I want to see it. I want to see what he's got. Do it again. Do it again, Sephiroth. I want to see it, and I promise I won't cancel it this time. I love the way that he holds his sword.
No, you don't!
Cancelled. Come on, boy. Not Heartless Angel. No. Do the other thing. Do the other thing instead, please. Oh god. Gotta target the right one. I'm gonna get killed. Oh shit! I don't have. This is gonna be awful. Because I don't have Thunderger. I've only got Thunderger Blade, so I just gotta slowly chip away at this guy. But this is why I got no AP cost. Shit. Sephiroth, stop hitting me so hard. Please.
Take that!
I gotta slowly take out this fucking blizzard.
Here we go.
There we go. Alright, do your ability. Why are you almost dead? Do your cool ability, please. Alright, fuck it. I'll finish you off with your own move.
Concentrate.
I'm feeling it!
Finish Sephiroth off with his own move. Cinematic finish. Poetic. Finishing Sephiroth off with an Octaslash, poetic. I prefer the term Omnislash though.
No. You're not the Sephiroth I once knew!
I am the Chosen One. I have been chosen to rule this planet.
They're whipping out One-Winged Angel. Instead of those chosen by the planet, which is the one I told you about, that's the song that comes in this part, but instead they're like, let's whip out One-Winged Angel because it's the song for Sephiroth now. If you are driven to the edge, the game is over. Let's talk about One-Winged Angel. This track is probably the most famously recognized track of Final Fantasy VII outside of like the boss battle theme and stuff like that. And you know, the classic tracks from the game, but One-Winged Angel is like the song, and like it's so popular, and it's supposed to be used, in my opinion, sparingly. The One-Winged Angel track is a final fight. To me, it's a final boss fight theme, and One-Winged Angel is not heard in the original game until the very end. Right at the very, very final end, you hear One-Winged Angel. Before that, there are other boss themes. The theme that plays originally during this moment is, well, not this moment, but like what I told you about is those chosen by the planet, which is just painfully missed here because it's so powerful and effective and horrifying. But instead, they're like, no, Sephiroth is the One-Winged Angel. That's the Sephiroth effect, as I call it, is unfortunately he's so mainstream and well known as a villain now, and this theme is so tightly associated with him that they almost feel like, oh, it's Sephiroth, it's a Sephiroth fight, so you have to use this theme. And I feel that it's like they need to show more restraint. If they were doing those chosen by the planet instead, it would just feel so much more horrifying to go up against this monster. But I digress. If you are driven to the edge, the game is over.
Activating combat mode.
Game over. Genuinely the end of the game. It's just game over. No more.
Bringing out the big guns.
No more game. Roll credits. No, it's not the end. I refuse. Stop walking me backwards, will you? Get back. No! Sephiroth, stop hitting me backwards. I refuse. Oh, I missed the opening there. Don't do it, Sephiroth. Sorry, I can't let you get your ability off. I'm sorry. Because I have to beat you. I'm sorry. I have to win. I can't get knocked off the edge. I wanted to see your ability, but it would probably kill me. There ain't no denying that this scene and this fight is fucking epic as hell, though. Like, it's good. It was just a weird location underneath Genovia. Like, this was here the whole time. The sword. This is the moment. Oh, Zack's missing a few teeth. After that, smacking his face down the stairs. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Who put that there? Who put that sword there? Who's gonna pick up that sword? A new hand touches the beacon. Yo. Oh god, this game and its lack of gory details really stings, doesn't it? And so I pierced Sephiroth with the Buster Sword and black smoke came out of him. He cannot be pierced by swords. He should have a giant hole in him, but he doesn't.
How dare you?
Cloud! Finish Sephiroth off.
Sephiroth off. It's a tongue twister. Finish Sephiroth off. Let's go.
Sephiroth!
Wow, man. Where'd you get moves like that, Cloud? That man defied gravity for a hot second. He's got the heart of a soldier in him. Oh. More black smoke.
Don't test me. No. Impossible.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, okay. I still find that just so crazy that that's an actual thing that happens. Adrenaline's one hell of a drug, huh? Man picked up Sephiroth off the sword after being impaled and yeeted him off the edge. And we can't have this game get a mature rating, so we need to have black smoke instead of blood.
You did it.
It's just the residue mists of those plot ghosts from the remake manifesting around the weapon. Obviously. And it's not because they just can't show blood.
This one here. Intriguing. Most intriguing. He'll make a fine test subject.
Whoa. Our blonde boy on the stretcher there making a fine test subject. What does that mean, Hojo? What does that mean, Hojo? There's that photo. Oh, and here's just another thing. We were talking about Tifa's tummy ache. Do you know what happened? Let's talk about it because the game doesn't share it with you. Tifa goes into the reactor with her father and swears against everything that she hates. Shinra, soldiers, all of it. Sephiroth. And you can see that Sephiroth's sword has impaled Tifa's father, right? Her father has been killed by Sephiroth with the blade. And he's left the blade behind because all he cares about is his pursuit of Mother. He's like, that's it. Nothing can oppose me. I'm the chosen one, because we had a really important scene earlier that we decided to remove from this game showing that. And he walks in, and so he's defenseless. And Tifa rocks up and picks up the weapon and goes to go and attack him. And she goes to strike him. And Sephiroth is clearly a soldier. He's stronger, overpowers her and wrestles his sword back and slices her across the abdomen. Slices her with the sword. Like, should be a fatal mortal blow. Realistically, she would have got sliced in half at that range. And she gets sliced across the abdomen, falls down the stairs, and that's why she's in the fetal position. Not a tummy ache. Mortal sword wound from Sephiroth that just isn't shown. Probably, again, because they're like, we can't show graphic content, and we don't want to have a bunch of black smoke come out of her chest. So she gets swiped, and she's down there, and that's why she's in that situation. And it's just unfortunate that it glosses over those key elements. There's a couple of core scenes in this original thing that is just, it's not shown, unfortunately, and it should have been, right? It really, really should have been. And then Cloud gets impaled by Sephiroth and manages to, out of pure adrenaline and a genuine lust for revenge, throws Sephiroth down to his demise, right? Even though Zack just got chucked down there, and we know that apparently there's a platform down there and it's a completely different looking environment, but we'll sweep that under the rug. Sephiroth has been defeated, ? By Cloud, who just came out there with some really insane soldier-style moves there to attack him. I really actually like, there's a specific shot there where he jumps up and he's like, ah, and he's holding it like that, the sword, and he throws him off. And in the remake, that exact same thing happens where Cloud jumps up in the air and goes to strike him, and they hold themselves in that same position, which I think is really, really awesome. As you can see, this is a very conflicting episode, right? Where there is some stuff here where I'm like, this is the best shit ever, and I love it so much. And then there are some things where I'm just like, they just dropped the ball there, and it could have been so effective. And the reason why it bugs me so much is because it's genuine, important character development that is swept under the rug or disregarded entirely. And it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate because it's key information that if you haven't played the original game and you're playing this story, you don't know that and you're missing it. And like, it needs to be there. It needs to be there. Zack had that conversation with Sephiroth before he left the mansion, right? But in this game, they just say 7 days later, you walk out and it's all on fire. And then also Tifa just randomly had a tummy ache and nobody knows why. It's just those things that kind of bite at you where it's like, it feels like there should be more here and there isn't. And yeah, the way that this game and even the remake handles like gory elements, like people getting impaled, is they have weird black smoke coming out of them instead of it. And like, it's really unfortunate because you know they're trying to avoid those mature ratings, because in the remake, instead of it being a trail of blood through the Shinra building, it's a trail of purple goo. And it's just nowhere near as effective. You're like, let's follow the trail of purple goo. But when you're following a trail of blood, you're like, oh wow, holy shit. They were not afraid to show it in 1997 in the original. And that's why the atmosphere of the original game, as much as people struggle with older graphics, the atmosphere is intact, right? And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. This will definitely be the most passionate episode you'll witness of this playthrough because it's the key event. This is the main event of the game. It's why people are playing this game. They're like, wow, Cloud's flashback sequence from the original game, but as a fully fleshed out game? Oh no, it's just one chapter of a game? Damn, but I can't wait to be here. And this is the main event. This is why we play this game. We're like, we want to see this fully fleshed out. And so it's definitely the most passionate section because it's the one that's most important. Can you see how Genesis's scene had no bearing on the overall story whatsoever and no weight to it and didn't need to be there, but it was shoehorned in there? And instead of seeing the scenes that we needed to see, like the ones that I spoke at length about that are missing, they're like, put a Genesis scene in there. And that's the Crisis of compilation. That's the Crisis... No, Crisis Compilation 358 over 2 days Extended Edition HD Remix. That's the compilation of Final Fantasy VII effect. It's the part where it's so good but so bad at the same time, and you really struggle with that because the original is such a masterpiece that they're playing with fire when they mess with it. Sometimes they nail it when they add some really beautiful scenes, and sometimes they fuck it up when they add Genesis and take away other crucial scenes, you know, and I can talk very passionately about it. And I will continue to do so because I will defend Final Fantasy VII to my last breath. And I love it and I love to hate it. And with that one, that brings my Chapter 8 of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion to a close. Chapter 8 has been cleared. We have experienced the main Nibelheim event almost in its entirety, missing some stuff, adding some other things. But with that one, we bring this episode to a close, and next time we will be in Chapter 9. And in Chapter 9, what's going to happen? We'll find out. Apparently, Cloud's getting pulled out on a stretcher, and he's going to be a very interesting experiment for Hojo. Let's find out how that develops. Will we get out of here? How does Crisis Core end? How does it connect into Final Fantasy VII as a whole? How does, this Buster Sword, how does Cloud become who he is in the original game? Let's find out next time. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you can bear with me while I passionately ramble to my heart's content on Final Fantasy VII, because I just love it that much, and I will always love talking about it passionately, either with positive or negative commentary, because it is that type of experience. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've had fun. I have actually had fun. Believe it or not, you can tell that I've had fun. Otherwise, if I didn't care and if I wasn't having fun, we wouldn't be playing it, okay? I'll see you next time.